Hello, this is a recap of a South Korean movie called The Odd Family Zombie on Sale. The beginning of the movie shows us the news about a failed experiment done by a medicine company. The company manufactured something called neon ceiling as a cure for diabetes and illegally tested it on humans. But the experiment failed and the medicine had mysterious side effects on people. One night, in a secret headquarters of the same company, a strange man emerges from under the ground. He is also an illegal test subject who has been infected into a zombie-like creature because of a medicine. The zombie walks into a darkness and reaches a small town called Bangsan on a nearby road. A car swerves and stops abruptly. The couple inside it is catching their breath when a man approaches them and hooks a metal rod in their car. It turns out that the man is a mechanic named Jungle, and he deliberately caused the minor accident so he would get customers unaware of this. The couple let him take the car to his shop. The next morning, the couple gets the bill from the repair, which is way more expensive than it should be. Jungle's pregnant wife named Ju is in charge of collecting money for the customers. When the man tries to accuse them of overcharging, Jungle's daughter Haegul comes out with a butcher knife. The jester does the job and the couple quickly pays and leave. Namju keeps all the money safely in a box while Jungle doesn't even get to see it. In the following scene, the zombie is walking on a road looking for people to feed on. He sees two women and tries to get to them, but they simply dodge him as we see him fail to bite people. It becomes clear that this man is unlike your average dangerous zombie. Even the little kids hit him with stones and tease him about his looks. He then comes across a stray dog and tries to eat it, but in turn gets chased himself. The local watch him running from the dog in confusion. Meanwhile, at Jungle home, his father Mandyok is playing cards with his friends. As usual, he hears a dog barking loudly outside the house and walks out to chase it away, unknowing that the zombie is inside the bathroom. Mandyok goes in and attacks the zombie, manages to bite the old man and runs away after. On his way, he comes across Haegul, who hits him in the crotch. They both are then chased by the same stray dog again. While trying to run away, they reach the village's border and meet Haegul's uncle, Mango. He is returning to the village after being fired from his job in the city. Eventually, all three of them are chased by the dog. Haegul falls on the road, making it easy for the zombie to get her. But just before he's about to attack the car, a car hits him and sends him flying to a field. The zombie miraculously survives and runs away. Later, grandfather Mandyok returns from the hospital after getting his wounds bandaged. We get to know that Mandyok's only wish in life is to visit Hawaii. Someday he even has picture of Hawaii on his wall and wears a Hawaiian shirt. That night, he sits in front of a fan feeling abnormally hot. In the meantime, the zombie is still being chased by the dog around the village. Haegul hears a noise coming from the garage. She and Mandyok go to check for the intruder and discover the zombie hiding inside. Mandyok hits him with a spade, taking his revenge. Jungle also arrives there and strikes the zombie with a flying kick. Eventually, the Wild family gather in the garage and goes forward starring the zombie. They assume that he is dead. They look at him closely and realize he is not a normal human being. Suddenly, the zombie comes back to life, startling the family. They hurry outside and lock him in the garage. Mangoon finally tells the others that the man might be a zombie and shows them a clip from the movie Train to Busan. The family knows that the person who is beaten by a zombie turned into one of them, so without Mandyok knowing, the mother named Ju knocks him out with a frying pan. They lock the man inside his own trailer for their safety. The next day, Mangool does some research on zombies and finds out a lot about them. He explains to the others that a person bitten by a zombie dies and comes back to life again. They like to eat human brains, so the zombie in the garage likes cabbage because he mistakes it for a brain. Mangool proposes to kill Mandyok before he kills him. As the family talks, Mandyok gets out of the trailer and enters the house. A stunned Mangool hits him on the head, but is scolded by the rest of the family. After that, Haegul names the zombie Sean B and treats him like a pet. Namju realizes that he is not really harmful, takes all of his teeth out as a precaution. The following day, to everyone's surprise, Mandiok doesn't convert into a zombie. In fact, he starts to turn younger because of the infection. His old friends see him being like a young man and beg him to tell them the secret of his newfound usefulness. One of them, who is getting married soon, offers Mandiok a ticket to Hawaii in return for the secret. Hearing this, Mandiok tells him about Shang-Pi. Their conversation is heard by Mingun, who plans to steal Shang-Pi for money. Meanwhile, Mandiok packs his luggage, getting ready for his trip when his other friends knock his door. It turns out that all of his friends know about Shang-Pi, and everyone wants to pay to be petting Mandiok happily. Takes them to the garage, only to see Shang-Pi is missing. Then we see Mangu driving Shang-Pi towards Soil, where he plans to sell him to a Viagra company. On his way, Mangu is pulled over by the police for speeding. The policeman recognizes him because they are from the same village. After talking for a while, they hear a noise from the back and reveal a tied-up Shang-Pi in the trunk. Both Mingun and Shang are then taken to the police station. The police take the tape off Shang-Pi's mouth and see he has no teeth. Right then, Mandiok arrives at the station and claims Shang-Pi to be his son. At night, Haigun gives Shang-Pi a cabbage to eat, but he can't eat it because of his missing teeth. Mandiok gets to know about this and is equally surprised his friends arrive there to get beaten and bring the youth back. Mandiok thinks of a plan and brings fake teeth for the man. Finally starting a business, it is kind of like a lemonade stand, but kinky. His friends are shocked by the first few bites, but they are eventually get used to it. At the end of the day, Namju keeps the profit they made safely inside the box. The following day, everyone who get bitten runs around happily, delighted to have their youth back. However, a surprise Namju finds their box of money empty. It turns out that Mandiok has taken all of the money and has gone for a trip to Hawaii. Meanwhile, the news about Shang-Pi spreads throughout the village more and more. People run to Jungle's house. Eventually, their profit skyrockets as trucks full of people start coming to get beaten. A few days later, they renovate Mandiok's trailer for Shang-Pi. They even buy him a new set of teeth, which he uses to eat cabbages. One day, Haigul takes Shang-Pi to a barber shop and gets him a cleaned up. Shang-Pi looks like a handsome young man. After getting a haircut, he and Haigul have started falling in love. So Haigul feels bad about her family using him for money. One night, Haigul hears her brother Mengul talking to someone about stealing Shang-Pi. The very next day, she brings Shang-Pi to a forest and asks him to run away and live freely. However, Shang-Pi, who has also started liking her and doesn't mind making bang for beating people, doesn't leave. Meanwhile, at Mandiok's friend's wedding, the villagers who had been beaten start to feel very hot. They eat like they are starving and act strange in general. At the same time, Mangul notices Shang-Pi missing from their home. He runs to look for him, planning to sell him for a large amount of money. A while later, he finds Shang-Pi right where Haigul had left him and takes him to the bus station. Back at the wedding, the priest asks the bride and the groom to kiss, but the man insists bites his wife. It turns out that everyone Shang-Pi has bitten has turned into zombies. Chaos ensues at the wedding. As the guests turn into zombies, the virus spreads rapidly and people at the bus station start to bite each other as well. Soon the streets of the village are filled with zombies as they take over humans. One zombie gets inside the garage and attack Haigul. She runs to her parents, asking for help. Just then a policeman arrives at the scene, trying to solve the conflict, but instead is beaten by the man. This zombie doesn't want cabbage, he wants bacon. The family realizes what is going on and runs inside the house to save their lives. They shut the doors and windows and read a zombie survival book that Mengul has written. They misinterpret some parts of the guide, but at last create a Meg-2 armor from utensil. Back at the bus station, Mengul somehow survives and drives back to his home, leaving Shang-Pi behind. On his way, he sees that almost everyone from the village had turned the zombies. A while later, the zombies manage to break into the house and chase the family away. Namju is almost caught by them, but she somehow gets her box of money and flees right when the family hides in the garage. Mangul arrives with a bunch of firecrackers. He lights them up and attacks the group of zombies, but doesn't know the fact that he is shooting a petrol station. He quickly gets out of the car to stop the fireworks, but the car bursts into flames. Right after this, attracts the zombies' attention, making them huddle towards the burning car. More firecrackers explode in the sky that the creature watch in fascination, almost as if they are hypnotized by it. Right then, Namju's water breaks and she starts to give birth. Jungkook and Manjun dresses up in Champi clothes and go outside, acting like they are zombies as well. They manage to make it to the car, but forget the key inside. When the car's light glow, the zombies are again attracted towards them. The two freezes in fear inside the car as the creature surrounds them to save them. Haigul comes outside with a grass cutter and attacks the group. However, she is soon overpowered by them. Right when they are about to kill her, Champi comes to her aid amidst the chaos. One zombie moves some wires, causing the electric sign to light up. This distracts all other zombies, making them leave Champi and Haigul alone. Taking the opportunity, Mangul leaves the car to get the car key from inside the house. But before he can make it inside, the lights turn off abruptly and the zombies turn towards him. At that moment, the sounds of Namju's baby crying is heard. Mangul fights the zombies, not caring about his own life, to get the car key. The baby and Namju are inside the trailer, which is attached to the car. Jungkook is in the car, ready to drive away, while Haigul and Changpi fight the zombies to keep them back from the trailer. Mangul finally managed to get the keys and destroyed them at Mangul outside. The family finally drives away, leaving Champi and the zombies behind. At least Champi lights a fire, causing an explosion that blows up the petrol pump. The next morning, Jungkook wakes up and to everyone's surprise, he turned into a zombie. The family locks him inside the car and runs outside. As they discuss their next move, the sound of someone coming towards them through a tunnel is heard. A happy Mandyuk arrives from his trip to Hawaii with a tan, oblivious to what has happened to his village. They are confused why he hasn't turned to a zombie like everyone else. Then the car's radio announces the news of the virus began spread throughout Korea. The reporters claim that some people are immune to the virus and they are also the antidote to turn zombies back into humans. Hearing this, Mangul gets another idea. He plans to turn Mandyuk immunity into another business. It is now 6 months later. The zombie virus has spread throughout Korea, but the family is doing better than ever. Mandyuk bites people for a living, turning them back into humans. Champi has also turned into a human because of the same methods. The movie ends as a long line of zombies stand before the family's trailer to get cured.